are you all? I hope you're doing great. Happy Dashara to each one out of there, and I hope you're enjoying your festival. Just to add a splash of joy, we are here with our animal kingdom. We have been doing a series for class 9th in which we are dealing with each and every chapter in a very elaborative way. Today is the last lecture on the diversity in the living organism, and today we will be discussing the animal kingdom. In that specifically, we will be talking about the phylum Chordata. So let's begin our class, everyone. Before that, you know the drill, everyone. Like the video, share with your friends, and definitely subscribe to our channel. If you are not there on the Telegram group, everyone, do join there. Lots of pure information happens over there. Lots of exchange of information. You'll make new friends and definitely you'll gain lot of knowledge. So join the Telegram group, everyone. The link is in the description box below. So go on, click it and just stay connected with us. Okay? Chalo, we'll start with the class, everyone, and we will be discussing about the phylum Chordata. Now, when I talk about phylum Chordata, everyone, we have studied various different things, right? We started with the kingdom Monera, Protochordata, fungi, plantae, animals. In that also we have discussed about non-chordates, which don't have a backbone. And now we will be talking about the chordates, which actually have the backbone, or of course we can say the notochord. Okay, so the phylum Chordata are the one in which the animal possess, everyone, notochord. Now what is a notochord? If you can see over here, the reddish part. Okay, that is nothing but our notochord. It's a long rod-like structure. It's a vertebrate column, everyone. See, we have a back support. I can stand properly, I can bend, I can sit properly. There are animals who can actually walk properly because of this vertebrae. Okay, so notochord is nothing but a support-like structure. There is a support-like structure over there which runs along the back from here, and of course it separates the two important things in the animals: nervous system over here and the gut. Clear? So it is there in between. It helps in the separation first of all, and of course it will support. Okay, it will give the support to the organism, and with that around it the person or the animal can easily move. Okay, can easily move also. Clear? So this is the main important feature of our phylum Chordata, and every animal which we will be studying in different classes, each one of it have the backbone. Moving on ahead, everyone, if we see over here and if we talked about, we'll see that here are some of the silent features, or we can say some of the important, very important features of the phylum Chordata. Let's see this, everyone. Now, it possesses a notochord. As we have seen, it possesses a notochord, okay, a backbone support. It has a dorsal nerve cord. Okay, I'll just go back and I'll show you this. Can you see dorsal nerve cord? Okay, now there's a side over here, dorsal and ventral. This particular side of our back is called the dorsal. If we are lying like this, this is the dorsal side. So on the back, we have the dorsal nerve cord. Clear? This is a very important thing. We usually have confusion with that. Then, of course, we possess the either gills pouches or gills or lungs, but very common features that was there in various early organisms which were there in this phylum was the presence of the gills. They are triploblastic in nature, and definitely they all have the coelom. If you remember, we have studied about the triploblastic, means it has 3 germ layer, right? 3 different layers will be there which will be giving rise to different organs from it, and coelom, which is the cavity in which the organs will be growing, right? So with this, let's move to the different classification, everyone. When we talk about chordates, we can actually divide the chordates into 2 groups. Prochordates, as the name suggests, Protochordata means early chordates, and then we have the vertebra. The real vertebrae means vertebrate column which have a proper backbone which gives actually the support to the body. Okay, so are you ready to study the protochordates and vertebra? If you are enjoying this video, hit the like button everyone. We really appreciate your love and your concern. Okay? Next, very important everyone. Now take a moment, take your pen and your notebook out and start writing the important points. Just to assure that you are not missing any of the important points everyone, what we are doing, if you see in the previous classes also, we all are working very hard and we are giving you points wise answer. So that you don't have to waste your time in reading the sentence and noting it down. We are already giving you in a way so that you can easily note this down and enjoy without any hassles. So let's talk about the protochordates everyone. They are the one which are primitive chordates. They are the first chordate that ever formed. Okay? They are usually the marine animals, which means they live in the sea. They live in the sea or the ocean. Marine means salty water. Bilateral symmetry. Okay? So you remember? So we can actually, if we cut the body into two equal halves, we'll be able to see the two halves. That is bilateral symmetry. Triploblastic, 3 layers. 3 germ layers will be there everyone. Okay? Mesoderm, ectoderm, endoderm, yes. And they have a coelom body. Okay? The most important points over here is that they do not possess notochord at all stages of their life. The notochord that we just saw, okay, the rod-like structure will be present only in the length for a very short time, initial stages, but that will disappear as the animals is growing. Okay, it will not be there permanently in their life. So that's why notochord is not present throughout their life stages. It will be there in the initial days and then it will vanish it out. Okay, so this is really very important points. That's why they are the protochordates. If they have the proper vertebrae column, they might fall in that particular category. But as we know that they don't have notochord throughout their all life stages, they have a special place in the classification and that is the protochordates. Okay, very important examples everyone. Just remember BHA. Okay, we have Melanoglossus, okay, Hermadiania, okay, herd, like we usually say nerd, so herd, mania, and then Amphioxus, okay, just remember this everyone, okay, so these are the examples of it, just remember B, H and A. Now, let's move to the very important vertebra. Now we will be talking about the vertebra everyone. And look at the beautiful animals over here. These all come under the category of vertebra. Okay. And of course when we talk about it, the important feature over there is they have a notochord or the back support or the vertebrae column inside their body to give the body the proper structure and the proper support that is required. So vertebrae column is present. They actually have the true vertebra. Okay, and of course inside we have the internal skeleton. So if you look at the R structure, you can actually feel the bones, right? These are the internal skeleton. Okay, based on it we have the muscles, skins that actually give us a proper structure. So that's a very important features of our vertebrata. Bilateral symmetry, we know that if we cut ourselves into half, we'll be able to get the equal halves. Triploblastic, yes we are. Coelomic and segmented body, yes few of us. Snakes will see that they have some of the segments. Though not all of the organisms have the segments on their body, but few will have the segments. Okay. Complex differentiation of the body tissues and the organ. Now over here, as we move from the Monera till this particular phylum everyone, we'll see that cells are actually giving us lot of variation now. Initially there was only one single cell. Okay. Now this one single cells comes together and form the different tissues. Yes? Yes everyone? Now tissues will give us what? Tissues will give us organ. And this organ will give us organ system and of course then the whole organism. Clear? So as we move from one place to the other level, we'll see that the complexity of the cells and their combination is increasing in level. Okay, so differentiation has been there. Cells actually differentiated themselves into the various functions, and they actually get into the depth and start performing a different functions, and of course growing a particular organ. That's how we have lots of organs, lots of cells, lots of tissues, and lots of variety in the in this particular phylum also. So let's talk about that, everyone. Now if you see over here, everyone, take a moment and admire the beauty over here. We have elephants, we have snakes, we have frogs, we have fishes, we have birds. So much of the diversity is there in just one particular vertebra. Okay, let's dive over here into more depth of it and see. Now, the classification, everyone. I'm moving aside, everyone. Take a very quick shot of this. You have class Pisces, Amphibia, Reptilia, Aves, and Mammalia. So we will be discussing them all in detail. So the first one is beautiful shark. Now, of course, we usually call them fishes, but they will come under the category of Pisces. Okay. So, definitely they cannot live on land. That's why they're exclusively aquatic. Either freshwater or marine water, they are usually the animals which are found in water, and that too in the aquatic water. Usually, the skins have the scales. If you see, this is usually they usually have the scales like this. Okay, they have the fins. They have a streamlined body. What is a streamlined body, everyone? Like this. Okay, they have a very streamlined body so that it can help in the swimming. There's tail, which actually guides them in the water, and just it helps in the changing the direction and in the motion. They have small gills over here, everyone, through which the oxygen comes in and out. They take the oxygen which is present inside the water. They are living in the water, and that water, basically there's oxygen. Okay, the water flows inside their gills. Okay, and the exchange will be happening. Suddenly, as the water is going inside their gills, oxygen will be taken and the waste material will be thrown with the water. Same process will occur. That's why the fish has to swim properly, and of course they have to be in the water. They don't have the capacity to take the oxygen which is present in the atmosphere. So as soon as we take out a fish out of water, what we'll see? It usually die. Why? Because even if the atmosphere is full of oxygen, fishes cannot take oxygen. They usually take the oxygen that is dissolved in the water. A very important 1 or 2 marks reasoning question, everyone. Okay, so when we see this and this, we get a clear-cut idea. Now, there are few fishes which are bony in nature. If you are a fish eater, you know that sometimes we see a bones in the cartoon also, if you must have seen, right? Some fishes have only the bones, like they are bony fishes, and some of them are cartilage fishes. So our shark basically is what, everyone? It is a cartilage fish. Can you imagine? It's not, of course, it's not a bony fish. Basically, it's cartilageous fish. Okay? And the other one, the tuna, the rohu, which are usually eaten by the normal people, are the bony fishes. Okay? Now we have a special fish over here, that is a stingray. Now you must have heard of a lot of stories about it. It actually stings. Okay, some of it produce the electricity. There are a lot of variety of Pisces that lives actually down in the ocean. They all are very fascinating. They all have beautiful features, and they all are very unique. It actually shows that, everyone, that life now has suddenly evolving. We are moving towards the land, and these did a really good contribution in making the evolution jump. Okay, let's revise the content which is written over here, and then we'll move to the next. So yes, they are mostly aquatic animals. Their skin is covered with the scales or the plates like this. Okay, they obtain oxygen dissolved in the water. They have a streamlined body. They have a muscular tail for the movement and to give the direction in the water. They are cold-blooded, okay? They are cold-blooded and they are two-chambered heart. They have two-chambered heart and they lay eggs. And of course, skeleton is made up of the cartilage and in some cases it is made up of the bones. So example of cartilage will be the shark and the example of bone will be the tuna and the rohu. These tuna and the rohu are the very common fishes which humans eat, okay? Moving on to the next class, everyone. Next class is the amphibian. Usually we call it, if you remember in the plant kingdom we talked about the bryophytes and we call them as the amphibians of the plant kingdom. Why? Because they were the first one to come on the land. And similarly, amphibians, again they were the first organism in the animal kingdom to move from the water onto the land. So they are quite a great mix of a water and a land animal. Let's see about them, everyone. Now if you see over here, we can see a frog, toad, salamander. Okay, these are the common animals, amphibians we say. They can actually live on the water, under the water and of course on the land. They can live on both the places, land as well as on the water. Now they have adapted accordingly, okay, for the land and for the water also. Let's see. Now this is, can you see, this is a frog. This is a toad. The common thing that we usually see around us is the toads only, everyone. Okay, they are bulky, they have short legs, right? So they have mucus gland. If you must have seen, we usually see the toads or the frogs during the rainy seasons, right? Or during the winters very rarely. In summers they'll not come out. Why? Because on the skin they have a mucus layer. That's why they're very slimy and very shiny. That particular layer actually protects them. They get dehydrated like us also, that they have protective layering on them so that they are being protected. Okay, that's why they have a mucus gland. Okay, and it keep on secreting the mucus to protect them from the losing of the water or from the dehydration. Three-chamber heart, very important. They respires through the gills as well as to the lungs. Now, in the water, gills are being used. When they are on the land, they use their lungs. So what a technology that they are using. And with the small step, everyone. Now we are there. I'm standing in front of you, talking to you, breathing by my lungs only. That a small step taken by these amphibians have given us a chance to breathe on the land and with the help of our lungs. They lay the eggs, okay? And examples are over here. The one of the important thing is that the external fertilization occurs over here. Now what is fertilization? Fertilization is nothing but the fusion of male and a female gamete. What happens in the case of amphibians and the majority of them? Male and a female eggs. Okay, female will lay its eggs and male will lay its sperms in the water itself. And the sperms and the egg will fertilize in the water itself. It is not happening inside the body of any of the organism. That's why it is called as external fertilization. So what kind of fertilization occur over here, everyone? It is external fertilization. Clear? Very important point for us to remember. Next. Now the beautiful snakes and the crocodiles are here. If we see, our nearest common ancestors are these only. Of course, we say, ma'am, apes are there. Yes, definitely apes are there. But they were the first one to have the four-chamber heart. So yeah, I think we can relate to it. Humans, birds, everyone, mammals, and of course the aves have the four-chamber heart. And over here, if you see, four-chamber heart was present in the crocodiles. So it's surprisingly that crocodiles are our nearest ancestors. Big shocker, right? Let's talk about them and see some of the amazing thing about the beautiful reptiles. We usually don't like reptiles because they're very dangerous. The right word will be. They are cold-blooded. Okay, they are very merciful, but they are very good animals, at least good for the nature, right? They are the cold-blooded animals. They have scales on their body. If you have seen snakes on Discoveries and National Geography, you would have seen that snakes have small scales, and they are the one which have the small segments on their body. Now if we talk about the turtle over here, can you see they have a tough covering over here, and on the crocodile we can talk a lot, have small very sharp edges on their body. Okay, they break the regular cycles, and they usually take oxygen from the lungs. Okay, they breathe through the lungs. Most of them have the 3-chamber heart, but exception is over here about the crocodile, everyone. The crocodile is the one which have 4-chamber heart. Now if we talk about cold-blooded and hot-blooded, let's talk about this. Cold-blooded animals does not fight to maintain their body temperature like we do. For example, if it's too hot, what we do, everyone? We usually turn on the AC or drink some cold water. Why? Because we want to maintain a body temperature. Why? Because we are warm-blooded animals. Whereas these are cold-blooded animals, and they, switch their body temperature according to the environment. If it's too hot there, they'll change their body temperature to keep the metabolism active. If it's too cold, they will do the opposite of it. That's why they're called as cold-blooded animals. They lay eggs, and of course, when they lay eggs, they have a tough covering. Now, it's a very important feature, everyone. Till the amphibians, the eggs were laid, but they were laid in the water. So they have a very small mucus on them, so they can be just protected. But to lay the eggs on the land, it requires a tough covering on it, right? If it's living in the water, what happens? It can get easily damaged. But with the help of a tough covering, what happens, everyone? They can easily lay the eggs on the land, and the eggs will be completely secure. So now they don't have to go back to the water for laying of the eggs and for the other survival. Now their land is there, and they can easily and comfortably live on the lands. Example: snakes, turtle, lizards, and of course our favorite crocodile. These are some of the very common and interesting features about them. Okay, moving on to the next, the beautiful birds. Now we usually call this class as the Aves or the birds. Okay, now this has a lot of variation. They are very close. They are the warm-blooded everyone, right? They have warm-blooded, 4-chamber heart as like us. They lay eggs. Okay, and of course on the outside, outside the body, they have the feathers. Now they have the feathers to help them fly, to maintain the body temperature also. So can you see a lot of feathers will be there? And of course in feathers also you will see a lot of variation according to the environment in which they are living. If they are living in a very cold temperature, the wings or the feather that we talk about will have more of the volume, so that they can give the warmth to the animals. If they are living in a very moderate or tropical region, they will have a different type of adaptation according to it. So this shows that animals actually change the body structure, or let's say, or not completely change, but they are getting adapted. Okay, they change in terms of the adaptation, and then they survive in any of the other conditions. So outside they have a covering on the body which is called as the feathers. Now these of course help them in the flying, and definitely, right, it can help. It is protecting the body, and second, it is helping in the flying process. They usually breathe through the lungs, everyone. Examples are ostrich, pigeon, crow, and sparrow. And you know that ostrich egg is the biggest egg in the world. It's huge in structure. A very good GK question for all of you. Pigeon is a normal bird actually. Very common. Crow, our favorite crow, and of course sparrow. Now sparrows are very small birds, everyone. Initially, I think from here 10 years back, sparrows were very common. But now, due to the increase in population and the pollution, we are killing the sparrows. Sparrows just are very small birds. They just need small insect and regular quiet environment to live. But with the constructions and population, we are actually losing them. Sparrows are the state bird of Delhi. It's a very important information. They actually declared the sparrows as the state bird. Why? So that the people can come forward and preserve it. Very important information for all of you, everyone. Note it down. Now comes us, actually, we can say. Now let's talk about the class Mammalia. Now they have all tiger, dog, cow, humans, chimpanzees, kangaroos, each and every one will come under the category of the mammals. Now what is the important feature? First of all, they are warm-blooded. Yeah, we are seeing warm-blooded since the Aves, so yeah, it's not, it does not give us more of excitement. Four-chamber heart, okay, yeah, we know that. One of the major important things which make the mammals special from any other class is that the presence of the mammary glands. The animals in this particular class, Mammalia, have the mammary glands which produces the milk to give the nourishment to the developing child, okay, to the young child, okay. So this is a very, very important characteristic features of the mammals. They have the mammary glands which produces the milk. They have skin. Definitely we have the skin. We have hairs, okay. We have sweat glands and we have oil glands. These glands actually help in releasing the excess waste from our body and maintain our body's structure. Most of them produces the living one. This is again very important point, that in the mammals, usually the animals produce the baby as a whole. Okay, the live young one will be coming as it is. Definitely the growth will occur after some time, but yes, live young ones are produced. In that also we have few exceptions. Okay, we have this platypus, okay, and this particular animal over here, echidna, which actually produces the small young ones. But okay, these are the one which lay eggs, and the kangaroos are the one which actually produces a small young one, but which are very too weak. So they keep them inside their pouches and they will nourish them. They will be giving the nourishment up and unless where these children can actually move comfortably. Okay, so this is all about the class Mammalia. Everyone, I hope you're enjoying it. Hit the like button for us and share with your friends. Okay, so these are one of the most interesting class. We have tigers here, chimpanzees, apes, everything will be coming over here. Now when we talk about it, everyone, when you're going to your higher classes, you will be studying in detail about all the classes. But for your 9th standard, we have this very crisp and of course very clear concept for all of you. So I hope you enjoyed the class, okay? With that, we are done for the class today, everyone. Thank you so much for watching our video and coming here and sharing your time with us. Don't forget to download the app, okay? You know that you will be getting the session PDF over there. You can ask a lot of doubts, webinar classes, a lot of information about the upcoming exams, everything you'll be getting on the Vedantu app. Join the Telegram group, and definitely one more important thing, everyone. Over here, you can write to me if you have any inquiries. Don't forget to share with your friends. Hit the like button, everyone. Thank you so much from my side. And here it's me saying that if you need any help, please do write on this particular email. I'll be happy to help you. With that note, I'll say bye-bye to every one of you. I'll see you next week. Till that time, everyone, keep the spirit of learning high. Keep learning. Keep enjoying your life. Bye-bye, everyone.